Welcome, yogis, to this gratitude flow. Today's practice, our heart takes a central position. We'll be working around the heart with side stretches, front opening poses. And to get started, we'll just come to a seated position. We're bringing the hands onto the heart. You can bring the thumbs together in a Svava Mudra and rest the hands down, or just one hand on top of each other, whatever feels better. Close your eyes for a moment. Taking a couple of deep breaths, breathing into the hands, into your chest. And just use this to arrive on your mat, to let go of your day, to arrive here into this little bit of space that's there just for you. This little pause that we call our practice. Feel on each exhalation how you can let go a little bit more, how you can create a little bit more weight, a bit more heaviness down into the earth, to just arrive a little bit more, to be a little bit more grounded. Drop in. Each exhale, you drop in a little bit more. And then we'll take a moment here just to allow some gratitude into our heart space. So I'd like you to find two things you're grateful for. One thing that's outside yourself, maybe friends, partners, where you live, your job, your practice. Anything that comes to mind that you're grateful for. And once you have that, I'd like you to find one thing that you're grateful for that's within yourself. Maybe a quality you have, an ability you have. Find something within you that you're grateful for. So both these things, I just want you to put them as, or bring them as little seeds into your heart space. Plant them into your heart space. Two little things, or maybe big things that you're grateful for, you plant them as a seed into your heart. And we'll keep this as a focus for our practice. Gratitude. And exhale fully as you sink yourself down. And on the inhalation, rise your hands all the way up towards the sky. And on the exhalation, finding prana mudra, the hands come next to the throat, elbows out to the side, thumbs are pressing to the space behind you, prana mudra. Just feel here into the heart. You can keep your eyes closed if that feels good, or you can have them open in a gentle gaze. And feel here how you open up into your heart. And then on the inhalation, you rise your arms up, like you offer up. And on the exhalation, draw your hands back down. Palms will face down as they land back onto your heart. Bow your head down to your hands, to your heart. Come back to these seeds of gratitude. And then we do the same thing on the inhalation. We're opening up. We're opening up to the light. We're rising up. And on the exhalation, it is prana mudra. The hands arrive next to the ears. We find that space into the heart. We allow ourselves, our true selves, to be seen. Breathing into the heart space. And the next inhalation, we're rising up, reaching up to the light, to the sky. And on the exhalation, we're drawing that light back into our heart space. Palms are facing down. Svava mudra. Coming back to your seats of gratitude. And here we take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, release your hands down in front. Let your head hang down. You're welcome to go deeper forward in a further forward fold. You can go all the way down if that feels good. Or you just put the weight into the hands and you release tension in the shoulders and the lower back. And from here we're going to roll over the knees. And we're coming onto our hands and our knees. And here, if your eyes are still closed, you can keep them closed for a little bit longer as we find some free movement in the body. Just rounding and arching and side stretching and feeling here into the hips and the shoulders and the neck. Just notice the sensations here. Anything that you feel here, that you notice here, that's exactly what you need to feel and what you need to notice. So let go of judgments or of expectations. Maybe you meet a lot of tension and tightness. Maybe you meet a lot of space. Whatever it is, just feel into it. And from here, very gently, come to a neutral position. Activate into your core. So pull your belly button up away from the floor. And then extending your right leg out behind. And then extend your left arm out in front. Just feel here for a moment. Feel into that balance, into the wobbles maybe that are there. And you're welcome to stay here, or you reach your hand back to pick up onto your foot. And then you're opening up here by kicking your foot up, lifting through the chest. Finding that stillness here. And the stillness doesn't mean there's no wobbles, because there is wobbles. There are wobbles. There are little waves in the stillness. Opening up here, kicking your foot into the hand or reaching your hand forward and reaching your foot back. And then very gently release. Rock your hips for a moment to release any pressure, tension in the lower back. And we'll be changing sides. So we're extending the left leg back, transferring the weight into the left hand. We reach the right arm forward. We can just feel here into this pose. And if you'd like to add on, then you reach your arm back and you pick up onto your foot, your ankle, and you're opening up. Dropping your belly, lifting your chest. And just feel into anything that's there to be felt. So don't judge yourself for your wobbles. The wobbles are actually beautiful. They're an automatic correction of your balance. So trust your wobbles, trust your body, your ability to balance. Keep on kicking your foot if you're holding on. Taking a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, gently release. And now here we straight away tuck the toes and we push our hips up and we arrive in our down dog. Just feel here for a moment. Pedal through the heels, elevate through the hips. And then on your inhalation, you're rising your leg higher behind. And you just feel here into this pose. Feel that it's still exactly the same as your down dog. So for today, just notice that it's the same pose. Nothing has changed, even though the leg is up into the sky. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhalation, draw your knee into your chest as you step your foot forward and through in between your hands. 4 movements of lunge. On the inhalation, we recoil, we pull the belly button away. And on the exhalation, we drop the hips and we lift the chest. Inhale, coil. Rounding the spine, breathing into the back of the rib cage. Exhale, drop your hips and lift your chest. One more time. Inhale, coil. Exhale, drop your hips, lift your chest. Inhale here now. On the exhalation, bring your back knee down onto the ground. On the inhalation, rise up. Interlace your hands behind your head. And just rise here up through the chest by leaning back. Opening up. Elbows move towards the space behind. Don't ask too much. Just only feel here, connect into your body as you allow the heart space to open up. Take a deep breath in here. Keep your right hand behind your head. Bring your left hand next to your foot onto the ground and then open up into your twist. Tuck your back toe under. Extend your back knee off and lift up through the right hand. You should feel a little bit freer without the hand behind your head and without your knee down onto the ground. Press your hand into the ground, press your back foot into the ground. We come here either into a side plank or a supported side plank. I'll show you the supported side plank first. Bring the knee down onto the ground. Turn your foot back and then step your right leg back and open up. Or the knee is not down onto the ground and we're just having both feet, either one in front of the other or behind or on top. Opening up here, lift your hips up, rising through the side body. And then release your hand down. High plank. Activate your core. Pull your belly button away from the ground, lengthening the tailbone towards the heels. On the inhalation, reach forward. You can bring your knees down here, or you can keep them off the ground. I'll show it with the knees down. And then slowly lower down, only halfway or less than halfway. Inhale, roll it up. Up dog or cobra. Knees on or off the ground. Exhale, push it back down dog. And feel here, into the pose, into your body. It's a little bit like coming home or down dog. Stretching into the shoulders, opening up into the heart space. And we'll be changing sides. So ground down first. And then without changing anything, just lift your left leg up towards the sky. Just feel that. Keep on pushing your hands into the ground. Keep on pressing the weight down into the right leg. Find that space as the left leg is flying up. And on the exhalation, you draw the knee into the chest. And you step the foot forward and through between the hands. On the inhalation, coiling, 4 movement of lunge. On the exhalation, drop your hips and lift your chest. Inhale, coil. Exhale, drop your hips, lift your chest. Inhale, coil. Exhale, drop your hips, lift your chest. Inhale here now. On the exhale, bring your back knee down onto the ground. On the inhalation, rise it up. Low lunge. The hands come behind the head. And we're just opening up. We're leaning here into the hands, away from the knee. Opening up into the right front side of the body. Taking a deep breath in. Keep your left hand behind your head. Bring your right hand down next to your foot. Lift your elbow up towards the sky. Sink your hips down a little bit more maybe. And then tuck your back toe. As you lift the knee up, the hand goes up. And you find a little bit more ease in your twist. Keep on grounding through the right hand, stepping back either in a supported side plank or into a full side plank. Reach your hand up overhead and find that half circle sensation in your body. On one side, the obliques are working really hard to lift up. On the other side, the obliques have to open up to create space. On the exhalation, land your hand, high plank, activate your core. On your inhale, lean forward. On the exhalation, lower down, halfway or less, knees on or off the ground. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, push it back. Down dog. Feel back here into this pose. Come back maybe to those little seeds of gratitude that you've planted into your heart. Bring your focus, your attention back to those. Feel into them. Exhale here fully. On the inhalation, right leg's turn again, rising it up. On the exhalation, we just bend the leg and we're opening up. You can look over your left shoulder to see your foot arriving. If you'd like to, keep on grounding down through the hands. Find that space, right side of the body. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, draw your knee into your chest. Step your foot forward and through. Back knee down onto the ground. On the inhalation, rise it up, low lunge. This time the hands go up overhead. Sink the hips down. On your exhalation, bring your right hand either down onto the ground or onto your hip as you open up into the left side of your body. Feel that space. Breathing into the side of the rib cage. On the inhalation, coming up to change sides. So left hand goes down and the right hand goes up and over. On the inhalation coming up, right hand goes into the lower back, left hand goes forward up and over, leaning back. Keep on leaning away from the knee. I don't want you to back bend. I want you to lean. And on the exhalation, bring your hand down. Right hand up towards the sky. Tuck your back toe. Easy twist. Activate your core. Step it back. Side plank, supported or not. Bring your right hand up overhead. Find that space into the side body. Deep breath in here. On the exhalation, land your hand. Inhale, lean forward into the fingertips. Exhale, knees on or off the ground, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, roll it forward and up. Upward facing dog pose. Exhale, roll it back. Downward facing dog pose. Just feel here for a moment. Feel free to adjust yourself a little bit. Opening up through the back of the body, the hips, the back of the legs. You should feel a little bit more space than you maybe felt at the start. And then on the inhalation, you rise the left leg up. And on the exhalation, you bend your leg. This time you can look over your right shoulder to see your foot arriving in the direction of the shoulder. Opening up your left side of the body. Find that space. Push your hands into the ground to create more space. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, draw your knee into your chest to step your foot forward and through. Bring your back knee straight away down onto the ground. On the inhalation, rise it up. On the exhalation, this time we go over to the left side. So the hand either into the waist or down towards the ground. The choice is yours. And then reach your right hand up and overhead, creating that space into the right side of the body. On the inhalation, coming up, just to change sides. Right hand goes down either onto the waist or to the ground. Keep on leaning the hips forward and down. On the inhalation, coming up. Left hand onto the lower back. Right hand goes forward, up, and over. Lean back. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, hand lands on the inside of your foot. Tuck your back toe under. Straighten the back leg. Lift your left hand up. Easy twist. Keep on bringing your chest through. Press your hand into the ground, step it back, supported or unsupported side plank, lifting up, opening up, side body. Keep on lifting through the hips. Deep breath in here. On the exhalation, land your hand. High plank, activate your core. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open your heart up. Rise towards the light. Exhale, sink it back. Down dog. Feel here for a moment. Taking a couple of deep breaths into your heart and coming back to your gratitude. There's little seeds that you've planted. See if you can let them grow. See if you can let them expand. Maybe where initially you just find gratitude for a friend who's in your life. Maybe now allow yourself to feel gratitude for all your friends. For all the people that are there in your life, supporting you, teaching you. And maybe before where you felt gratitude for your kindness, maybe also there you can let that grow and expand. Feeding more gratitude and expanding, feeding more kindness, and expanding that kindness. Maybe towards people that you don't know, people you haven't met yet. And then we find one more flow, one more wave. So when you're ready, on the inhalation, rising the right leg up. On the exhalation, bend your leg. This time the foot lands behind the left knee, and we're finding like a side plank, but then supported. Wild thing as we open up. The knees can come together, and the foot is moving in the direction of your left wrist. Reach up through the hips, reach up through the heart. A little bit of a celebration, this pose. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, with or without using your right hand, draw your right foot forward and through. Inhale is your crescent lunge pose. Open up. Have the same attitude as what you had in your low lunge. So instead of kind of going forward and then to reach back, we're trying to lean back so that the stretch has to come into the left front hip. Take a deep breath in. On the exhalation, find your twist. Hands in front of your heart, tucking your elbow and looking over your shoulder. Feel here into the spine, release tension from the spine, creating space into the heart by twisting, reaching the heart up towards the sky. Exhale here fully. On the inhalation, it's a crescent lunge. And on the exhalation, it's our warrior two. Feel that you're not straightening your legs out to open it up. Feel here into your pose, that reaching of the arms forward and back, forward into your future, back into your past, and you yourself are just here in the present moment. And then we add movement, we add flow. So on the inhalation, we're reaching back, peaceful warrior. You can sit down deeper into your right leg if you choose to do so. On the exhalation, extend forward, extended angle pose. Side body release. Inhale, reach it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, go forward, and then push it back into your half high malasana. Inhale, go forward, and open it up. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, go forward, and push it back. Half high malasana. You can have your hands on the ground, that's fine, or extend them out. One more time, inhale forward and open up, peaceful warrior. Exhale, go forward and push it back. Half high malasana. Inhale, go forward, sway it around this time into your crescent lunge. Open up. Exhale, prana mudra in your arms. So the pose is the same, just hands next to the ears as we did at the start. And now lean forward. Power up your right leg. Slide your back foot forward and lift it up, warrior three. Feels intense in your right leg. You've just been working it really hard in a bend position. Find your stillness, your trust. Just know that you can hold this position. And then on the inhalation coming up, straightening your leg, draw your knee into your chest. On the exhalation, straight away twist. The gaze can go behind towards your left leg, or it can stay forward to help you with your balance. Stay here and then kick your foot into your hands, finding our standing half bow or our densest pose. As we open it up, have the same attitude here as you had initially, as you're just balancing on your hand and your knee. At the start of the practice, kick your foot gently into your hand, only opening up as much as you feel is right. And then from here, very gently, bring your right hand down, maintaining your balance. Keep on holding on to your left foot and open it up. It's like a standing split. If it feels better to release your back foot, of course you do. And then very slowly release your foot. Both hands down. Oh, Uttanasana. Straightforward fold. Just feel here, sway in the hips, sway through the trunk. Noticing the sensation, feel how nice it is to just hang down. Any position in the arms that feels good is good. And then on your next inhalation, you find your lift halfway. And on the exhalation, you ground your hands, you grip the fingers into the ground, you push the shoulders over the fingertips, you land your knees. Maybe you just want to stay here into your crow position, or maybe what you like to do is lift yourself up and find balance here. One foot at a time, or both feet. If you find comfort, then really lift up. And from here, you can either step it back, you can jump it back, or any other transition, you can vinyasa, and we'll be meeting here in our down dog. There we are, back home. One leg to go. Feel here. Ground yourself again. Come back to your breath, slowing the breath down. And then on the inhalation, it's the left leg that travels up behind. And on the exhalation, we bend the leg to land the foot behind the right knee. And we're opening it up into our wild thing. Knees can be closer together. The foot can come more towards the right wrist. We're pressing the weight back here into the legs as much as we can. Opening up the heart, finding that celebration. Deep breath in. On the exhalation, with or without the use of your left hand, draw your left foot forward and through. The inhalation is your crescent lunge. Feel that leaning back here. Keep on leaning back, away from your knee. Leaning, leaning, leaning. And on the exhalation, find your twist. Tuck your elbow. Hands in front of your heart. Straightening through the back leg. Looking over the shoulder, up towards the sky. All the sensations that are there, just let them be there. Feel here. Feel what is there to be felt. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhalation, coming up, crescent lunge. And open it up. Warrior two. Sitting down still into the right leg. Feel how you reach forward and back and how your shoulders extend, move away from each other without forcing. And then we find movement. Inhale, reach it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, we extend it forward, extended angle pose. Inhale, reach it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extend it forward and then push it back. Half high malasana. Inhale, go forward and open it up, peaceful warrior. Exhale, go forward and push it back. Half high malasana. One more time. Inhale, go forward and open it up. Feel the beautiful movement in the spine. Exhale, go forward and push it back. Half high malasana. Inhale, sway it around this time, crescent lunge. Open up. Feel here, front of the body, leaning back, opening up, heart space. Exhale, prana mudra. Hands next to the ears. Open up your heart a little bit more in this pose, in this position. And then begin to lean forward. Power up your left leg. Slide your back foot in. And find your warrior three. Feel here, your left leg is nice and tired. Just enjoy that sensation. There's little wobbles maybe. Just let them be there. Feel the position. Anything that's there to be felt. Exhale fully. On the inhalation, rise it up. Reach your hands up, draw your knee into the chest. Exhale straight away into your twist. Left hand, right knee. Right hand behind you. The gaze can follow the right hand or not, whatever feels better. And then from here, kick your foot into your hand and open it up. Half standing bow, dancer's pose. Feel here. Kick your foot into your hand. Open up. Softness in the front of the body. Softness in your heart. Trust. Keep on trusting. Keep on trusting. And then very slowly, land your left hand. Hold on to your right foot if possible. Finding that standing splits position here. And then release your foot down. Uttanasana. Release the tension. Come back to your breath. Humbling yourself here in this forward bend. Letting go of tension. Just feel maybe gentle rocking. Maybe it feels good to release the shoulders. Also so nice to interlace the fingers and open up more into the heart. As you release the hands up overhead. Whatever variation feels is good for you. And then gently releasing. Inhales your halfway lift. Exhale brings the hands down onto the ground in front, landing your knees onto your elbows, finding the variation of crow that works for you, whatever that means. Maybe like this. Maybe you feel a squat is better. That's a great option too. Maybe you want to work on finding your balance. You grip the fingers in the floor and then you lift one foot up at a time, or maybe you feel more comfort, and then you want to kind of lift up, reach through the arms. Back of the heart is rising up towards the sky. either staying here longer, maybe finding a vinyasa. We meet in a down dog. After that, we'll slow it all down. Back in our down dog. It would be so good to have a child's pose, but we're just staying in a down dog for a moment longer. So find ease, the same ease you might find in a child's pose. See if you can find it also in a down dog, as we just kind of work the shoulders a little bit more and ask for a little bit more of support. And the inhalation, the right leg rises up. We're slowing it down. I promise on the exhale, draw your knee into your elbow. Kick your foot out to the side. Inhale, rise it up, opening up into your rock star. So push your weight into your feet, opening up through the chest. Exhale here fully. Inhale, your left hand goes up. Exhale, sink your hips down. Inhale, rise both hands up. Exhale, fold it forward and down. Come back here to your breath. Slow it down. Our last wave here, a wave where we just incorporate all the space that we've created. And we're coming back to that sense of reflection. So here, come back to those little seeds, the seeds of gratitude that you've planted into your heart. And then you allow them to grow. And now see if they can grow just a little bit more. Let them mature. If you, for example, were grateful initially for a certain friend in your life, and then you expanded it before to all your friends, your loved ones, then now you can maybe also expand it to people that you don't know, to strangers. Maybe even to all beings, expressing gratitude to share this planet, for all the wisdom that's there, that's shared. And without distracting too much, just release your right shoulder over to your right knee and open it up into another side stretch. So your hands can go behind your head, for example, or overhead. If you have more space, then maybe you hold on to your foot. And then maybe come back to what you were grateful for within yourself. And how you could let that grow and see if it can grow more. Let it expand. Maybe even beyond your physical being. Exhaling here, fully on the inhalation, coming all the way up. And then bend your right leg into your left thigh for your Janu Shirshasana, your tree pose position in the legs. Inhale rises you up. And the exhalation extends you over your left leg. Sink your left hip and your left shoulder down. Just allow yourself to fold, to sink down. Humbling yourself. And exhale here, fully on the inhalation, we rise up to find a twist. So on the exhalation, we're twisting to the right side, to the bent knee. Left hand goes behind. No, right hand goes behind. And we're opening up here. Feel that you're lifting up on each inhale and feel that you twist a little bit more on each exhale. The lift, the elevation really comes from the lower back and the belly area, not from the hand behind. The hand behind will help you to twist deeper and to open up into the shoulder. So feel that you can peel your right shoulder back a little bit more. Taking a deep breath in here. On the exhalation, bring your hands out in front. You pull yourself around into your pigeon position. And so here you have options. You can just sink yourself forward and down and have this beautiful forward fold as we release into the lower back and into the external rotators of the right leg. Or you might say, I'd like to stay in an upright variation. You can walk your hands back. You can bend your back leg and pick up with one or maybe both hands onto your back foot, and you can kick the foot away like we would do in a bow pose, since that's a little bit of a theme in our practice. Or you can just do it with one hand, either the right or the left, whatever feels better for you. From there, you're welcome to move even deeper and to find like your mermaid's pose as you tuck your toes in the inside of your elbow. And either stay like this, or you can reach your hand around and behind and open up, kicking your foot gently into your elbow to help to open up a little bit more, to create a little bit more space. If you feel that your full Ekapada rush would be really good, you're welcome to go there as well. Like maybe you have a strap, in that case that you can use, or maybe you have the flexibility to pick up onto the foot. With your strap, sure that you use it as a loop. Have your left hand into the loop. You tuck your elbow in, bring it forward and around, and then maybe the right hand finds the loop as well, or maybe not. Opening up, kicking your foot into your hands or into the strap. So find just a variation that works for you. You're perfectly fine to be in a forward fold. Really nice at this stage of the practice. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhalation, very gently release, and very gently move yourself back into a downward facing dog pose. So take your time. Oh, it's so funky, the sensation after your pigeon in both hips. And so then we're finding these same poses on the second side. On the inhalation, we're lifting the left leg up. And on the exhalation, we draw the knee into the chest. And we kick the foot out. We try to bring it in line with the hands or as far forward as we can. Push the weight already back into the legs. On the inhalation, the right hand goes up and over. And we find that space here. Keep on lifting up through the hips and through the heart in a rock star or fallen triangle pose. Inhale, the right hand goes up. Exhale, the hips go down. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, sinking it forward and down. Feeling here into the pose. Opening up into the heart, coming back to that sense of gratitude. What is it? How far can you let this gratitude grow? How much gratitude can you allow into your heart space? Gratitude is a big, big ingredient of happiness. People who can feel happiness in their lives, they're very good at feeling gratitude. And not only feeling that gratitude, but also expressing it. And from here, gently open up into our side stretch. The left shoulder goes to the left knee, and the right hand goes up and over, maybe behind the head, maybe over the head. Maybe you can reach your foot. Just feel here into that side opening. But stay with that sense of gratitude. And think maybe about a way and how you can express your gratitude more. Maybe there's a habit that you can change. Or that you can create. Exhaling here fully on the inhalation, you come up. You're bending the leg. This time it comes on the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, rises both hands up. Exhale, Janushirasana as you extend over your leg. So keep on leading from the heart space. It really doesn't matter at all how low you go. What we want to feel though is that we're not rounding, but that we're lengthening into the front of the back. No, the front of the body. And then we're extending over the leg forward. Softening down through the left hip, the left sitting bone, the left shoulder. Exhaling here, fully on the inhalation, rising up, both hands up towards the sky. The exhalation is your twist. Twist to the left. So the left hand is not there to hold up the weight. Nothing changes when I release that hand off the ground. But it helps you to twist deeper and to open up more, to peel the shoulder back, releasing any responsibilities and tightness and burdens that we might carry in our shoulders. Feel that space. Let it arrive. Feel the movement in the spine. Exhale here fully. On the inhalation, both hands to the front of the mat as you pull your left leg through into your pigeon position. And here again, we have those exact same options, and I'll be talking you through again. So the first option is just to sink down and to just release forward. You can add a twist here as well by bringing your left shoulder down. No, your right shoulder down. If you feel that that's good. And it's a beautiful pose. Or you might say, oh, I just want to work more on opening into the front of the body. In that case, you stay in an upright position and you open up more into the chest. This feeling here in the second side. You might say, I want to add on. You can bend your back leg and hold on with your foot with one hand or with both hands. And you can kick that foot into your hand or your hand. And you can feel that it opens up a little bit more into the front of the body. Like a bow position, this half bow. Or from there you might say, I want to work on my mermaid. You bring your left hand down and you bring your toes on the inside of your elbow. And maybe you just want to stay here, or maybe you bring your left arm overhead and you add that component of balance as you open up into your mermaid's pose. Or from here you might say, I want to work on my full Ekapada rush. And then either with your hands or with your strap, you pick up onto your right foot. With your strap, you make the loop as big or as small as it needs to be. You hook it around your foot, you turn your elbow, you keep your elbow in, and from there you bring it forward so that you're not going to dislocate your shoulder. And then maybe your left hand joins, maybe not. As you open up, front of the body. You can drop your head back and rest it into your foot or towards your foot, or you can just keep on looking straight forward to not put any strain into the neck. Taking a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, we're gently releasing. And this time we're releasing to come and lay onto our back. So releasing the leg, folding yourself, rolling yourself around. And once we're on the back, we're just hugging the knees into the chest. And we find just a little bit of release, making some circles, massaging the lower back into the ground. And from here we find our happy baby pose. So we push the knees out to the side. The elbows come on the inside of the knees. And then we're picking up with the hands to the outside edges of the feet. Or over the toes if you feel that that's nicer. And then you open up by pushing your heels over your knees. And from there you gently release the knees down on the outsides of the shoulders towards the ground. For some people it feels really nice to rock from side to side. You might also want to straighten one leg and then the other. Playing around, after all, you're in the happy baby pose. So just feel here, whatever makes you happy, makes your body happy. You can also bring your feet together like that and open up into the knees, like this, into like a Baddha Konasana, a butterfly position. Maybe that is really nice for you. Slow your breath down. And then from here, bring your feet together, knees out to the side, and rest the outside edges of your feet down. In a reclined butterfly, bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto your heart space. Close your eyes. Feel first into the hand that's resting on your belly, connecting here into your Manipura chakra, your power center, your center of vitality. Manipura meaning city of jewels. So feel here into your inner power, your inner strength. Breathe into the hand, into your belly. And then from here, connecting into the hand that's resting onto your heart space. And feel here into your heart. Into all the kindness that's there. Your compassion, your empathy. And into that unlimited source of unconditional love that you have there within you. Feel into that Anahata chakra, the chakra of the heart. And then slowly bring those two energies together. Your inner power, your inner strength, let it rise up into your heart space so that you can use your power, your strength for goodness. To spread love, to be kind. And at any time that you feel ready, you can find your Shavasana if it feels good to stay in this position or to just only straighten your legs out. You're very welcome to. You can keep your hands where they are, or if it feels better, you release your hands next to your hips. And I invite you to just take this moment of rest here at the end of your practice. This is where I will leave you. But as you rest into this pose, into your Shavasana, resolve your ego, let go of that false sense of self, that idea that you have of who you are based on what you look like or the job that you have or your friends, the clothes that you wear. None of that is who you are. Stay connected to the heart, to the authentic self. That part of you that never changes, that was there already when you were young and that will still be there when you're old. That part of you that is independent of what you look like or what you do. Feed that. Leaving you here with gratitude. Thank you for sharing your practice with me online. Until we meet again. Namaste.